morning, good afternoon, good evening,
Oh no.
wherever you're watching us from. Um, it's good to have you. So today we just came outside because it's too hot. You know, the summer. Here with my son, my wife, and yeah. So it's gonna be an interactive video where we just want to share some information regarding the credit history or the credit score. So yeah.
Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you're watching us from. Welcome to our daily podcast. As per usual, with me, your host Memory, and my husband Victor, and our son David.
So today we just came out, but it's too hot. We're in the middle of the summer.
It's
So
extremely
yeah, the temperatures are quite high. So we just came out to have some fresh air. And while doing so, we just wanted to share some information concerning the credit history or the credit score.
yeah.
So to start with, I'm just gonna briefly explain what a credit score is or what a credit history is. In America, they have what they call a credit score. This is basically a measure of your credit. Okay. So if you go, for example, you take out a loan or you take a credit card, um, it's gonna measure how you are using that card and how much you're taking out and so on and so forth. At the end of the month, you need to take up to repay that money. So it's a score which is according to everyone. It ranges from 300 to about 600. It goes all the way to 800.
Yeah.
So that score is very important. If you are in Canada, America, sometimes I think in some countries in Europe also, they have that system which they use for the credit score.
Yeah.
So we're just going to explain how you can have a credit score, how you can start it, and how you can build from nothing to having a score.
And just to add on, before my husband explains what the credit score is, because is more, you know, he has more information with regards to it. But I just want to mention that having it, like in America, life is lived through credit score or having a credit history, especially the most people who are affected by it is us foreigners. Like when you just come into the States and you don't have a credit history, it's very difficult for you
Yeah.
to find an apartment, to buy a vehicle, to make any sort of huge purchases. You need to have a credit history, and if you don't have, you either find someone to co-sign you, someone who's willing to co-sign you, especially when it comes to an apartment. So if you are thinking of relocating to the States, this video is for you, because the information that my husband is going to share with you is going to help you, is going to help your family, your friend, and you can also just share and educate with those who intend on relocating abroad. Because you are coming in, you have to bear in mind that you don't have a credit score yet, so you need to save up at least enough money in order for you to pay either 2 months advance of rent, because I believe even in Zambia they do that now, whereby if you are moving into a new house, you need to at least have 2 months advance rent upfront plus security deposit, or just 1 month rent plus security deposit, which is the same as 2 months in advance. So in America, they say at least if you don't have a credit score history yet, it's important for you to have at least 2 months advance of rent. That's the only way you can find an apartment. But if you don't have enough of that and you don't have a credit score history, it's going to be very, very, very difficult for you to find an apartment or even just purchase, you know, a vehicle, or just make huge purchases. So that's what I just wanted to add on. So I'll leave the rest to my husband to explain, because he's more educated on how to apply for a credit score and how to get accepted, when
Fighting over
to,
the glasses.
yeah. As you can see, our baby is on there. He's been busy also, so yeah.
I was talking about the credit score. Um, so there are many ways of establishing a credit score, and I'm just going to give you some hints or some advice on how you can start building your credit score. To start with, if you're just new in the United States, you will need to search for a bank, okay, a bank that offers what they call a secure credit card, and that is simply you can go to maybe Capital One, you can go to Discovery, you apply for a secure credit card. So the way the secure credit card works is that you put in some money. Let's say you put in a $200 and you start using that $200. Whenever you spend that $200 on that credit card and you pay it back, the bank is going to report to the three major bureaus, which are Xperia, Equifax, and TransUnion. When they report that you have repaid that money, which is your money, you will start building a score. Basically, it's saying that whenever you use that money and you pay it back, it's more like you're building now your credit. You started building your credit. So you can start with that. When you use it for, let's say, 6 months, then they are going to give you a credit score, okay, based on how you were using that money and if you are repaying on time. So as I was saying, it ranges between 300 and 600, and for a start you can get maybe 600, and that actually is a very good number. It's a very good score to start with. So that's just one of the advice. When you come in the United States, get a secure credit card. It doesn't matter whether you are you are from another country and so on and so forth. As soon as you get in the United States, get a secure credit card. And also the other more important thing is that you also need a job. Okay, if you are employed and everything, you add it to your information on a credit card, because that is going to show that you have means of paying back money. So once you secure a job, you get a secure credit card, you start building your score. Because that score, when you have it, is going to help you whenever you want to buy a car. They're going to see, okay, what score does this person have? If you have a score that is about 600 going up, that's a very good score. You can buy a car. When it comes to renting, you won't have any issues because they'll see that, okay, this person has been repaying his rent. So it's very important that you establish this score because it's used by so many people. So that's just something I wanted to share with you. So then after you establish your score and everything, you can now start looking for a good bank where you can now open an unsecured credit. And these banks can be, for example, you can go to Chase Bank, you can go to Discovery, they have some unsecured cards. Those are some people that accept people who are new to the credit system. You can also try to look for Credit One Bank and so on and so forth. So building a credit is such an important step, and I encourage you as you come into the States to start working on it. This was just a short video to advise you on the finances when it comes to the States. I hope we'll have another time to talk. Thank you very much and goodbye.